Hello, my name is Antonio Mendieta, and this is speech 3 for Introduction to Speech in Columbia College, Salt Lake City. Today, I'll be talking about Ficha.us. Ficha.us is a software optimizing the recruiting process in soccer. Soccer, as many other sports, is a very competitive sport. However, there's a huge problem, and that's something that I want to talk about today. There are about 265 million players playing soccer competitively in the world. This means that there are 5 years old all the way to 18 years olds playing soccer in the streets, in different leagues, loving the sport, but there's a huge problem within this. How many memories can we recall as kids playing the sport that we love? For example, I grew up in Mexico City. I played soccer all the way from 5 years old to I still play, but I played competitively until I was 18, 19 years old. I cannot recall many memories that I had as a soccer player. Why? Well, because of the technology. Technology was not as effective as today. We couldn't just pull an iPhone and snap a picture, or if you're not an iPhone lover, a Samsung, right? You pull up the Galaxy, you snap a picture, a video, and you start collecting those memories. You start collecting those experiences. That was not easy before. Nowadays, it's fairly easy. You have the mother, the father snapping pictures of their kids, videos. All over social media, you can see these videos, pictures, and it's amazing how technology is changing our lives. That's exactly why we created Ficha.us, specifically for soccer. You can barely see them, I know, but these are pictures of the greatest soccer players out there. Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Neymar. It's almost very difficult to realize that these guys were little kids one day. These guys were 20 years ago, little kids that were just hoping and dreaming of playing soccer. How did they become the professional soccer players? And not just professional soccer players, but the greatest. There's a recruiting process that needs to be followed in order to become that soccer player. And there's a problem right there. These are our findings. For players, receiving exposure to credible recruiters is difficult for soccer players who are striving to get to the next level. For recruiters, evaluating, comparing, and recruiting specific soccer players online is difficult for recruiters, right? Like I said, there are millions of soccer players, and it's very difficult for clubs, recruiters, and scouts to get the best of the best. That's why we created Ficha. It's a website and software to optimize the recruiting process so that we can actually get the best of the best. What is specific recruiting? Specific recruiting talks about getting the player the club needs, not necessarily the best or just a good player, but the player the club, the soccer club in this case, needs. This could be applied in other sports, like I said, basketball, tennis, baseball, football, any other sport. However, nowadays, clubs are looking for the right player. Like I said, not specifically the best or the greatest, but the player that will meet the needs of the club. They might need a lefty, a left fullback, right? Is able to play with the left, cross with the left, run a 40-yard in 4 point something seconds, right? Being able to be fast, being able to be accurate, also skillful, right? And also, out of nothing, score a couple of goals every now and then. And if they even want it, to be handsome so that they can sell some jerseys in the end, right? That's part of their business as well. So specific recruiting talks about the soccer intelligence behind this, right? The recruiting process. That's why we created Ficha.us. This is a website, this is a software where you can actually feature your skills. You can feature the way you play, what kind of person you are, which is super important for a lot of the clubs. They want you to be social, they want you to be correct, and they want you to be professional. So clubs are looking for those players that will fit their needs. They will fit into the program and will help them achieve their goals, of course. In a feature, you can look for all these things, right? You can look for attributes. You can look for different story behind you as a player. They can look for your pictures, your videos, and all this information, like I said, is important for clubs so that they can get to know you as a player. Also, we have developed the team page where they can actually look at the teams that you have played in the past. Why is this important? Well, all of the teams that you've gone through will have different coaches. These coaches will be able to endorse you as a player. They'll be able to talk for you, right? They'll be able to give testimonies about your performance and what kind of player you are in and out of the pitch, which is very important as well for a lot of coaches. Now, in the US, we know that in order to be professional, you have to start in college. In my opinion, it's flawed. The system is incorrect, but that's the way to do it. That's why we created Ficha. We want to create that bridge between the amateur level, the college, and the professional level. Ficha will become that bridge that will help you as a player, not just look for opportunities, but get featured. If you have the potential, if you have the skills, if you have the talent, it's important for you to start looking for those opportunities. I'm running out of time. However, I just want to say that Ficha can help any player get to the next level. And this next level sometimes might not be the professional level. This could probably be the college level, right? This could probably be the premier level in amateur soccer, or this could be to club soccer. The importance of Ficha is actually to get you motivated and get you progress within the sport. Thanks for all your attention. Looking forward for your feedback, and thank you for all you do to validate